I've got bad news, everybody. I'm just booting up. Wait, hold on. Hey, my light's not on. Fix that real quick. These patch notes are very ominous. Rupture, self-forming clay, runic cube, and tungsten rod relics now interact correctly. Uh-oh. That can't be good. That can't be good at all. That can't be good at all. So my guess is that if you take 0 damage with Tungsten Rod, you now no longer proc any damage-related relics. Which means that, that defect run we had a couple days ago... Not so good. That's not so good. Some other interesting changes here, though. Master Reality continues to be modified. Oh, Master Reality. Let's see, Purple Custom Daily now actually adds purple cards. Okay, funny. Storm of Steel Plus card now shows the upgraded shivs for the card preview. Sure, sure. Added Rare Watcher Relic Goldeneye, which I assume plays sweet James Bond music whenever you start a Watcher run. Reworked the Wish card. Watcher gets a max hit point boost from 65 to 72. This is really significant to give Watcher 7 max hit points. I'm curious how they arrived at 72 specifically, and not 75 or 70, but 72. Interesting. Interesting. I figured 65 definitely felt like it was too low, so I'm really happy to see Watcher get a little bit of a boost in this regard. Man, this new chat font is much harder to parse at first glance. Having a hard time here. I change that somehow? Hello? Wait, what? I'll have to look at the new wish here. Rushdown gets buffed. That's the one that draws cards when you enter Rat Stance, specifically. Pray now gives you an insight instead of a miracle, so Pray finally gets a buff. That's much needed. This is the one that gives you 3 mantra and then adds a miracle to the draw pile. So, insight gives you card draw. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Hey, Indian Spice Lord. Welcome back from your several-month departure from the Spire. Also, how's it going, everybody? I haven't said hi to anybody, actually. How's it going, Glug Glug Glug? Hurly Whirly, Toka, Llama Terrain, Minor Bug. I think I have a Watcher command, right? Yeah.
Excellent work, Commander.
Shmoo, Zone
This
Star.
council is pleased to see
Pretty
our
decent.
continued support of this project has been
El
worthwhile.
Pollo Batman. Specturtle Hyrule in 1989. The Six Ninja. Thunderous Knights. The Enhas, Swampert Guru. Bonker Sick.
Commander, we've just received the support of another
What's the max hit points of the
council
other
member.
characters? The other characters have... So Ironclad has 80, Defect has 75, and Silent has 70. Watcher previously had 65, so they were in 5 hit point increments, right? It's kind of odd to change it to something that's not an increment of 5. That's... I've never even seen a modded class, I don't think, use a hit point value like 72 before. Unsolved Rubik's Cube, thank you so much for those 3 months of Tier 1 support. Greatly appreciate the continued council funding, and in return enjoy the renewed smug sense of superiority. Indian Spice Lord, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the council. Appreciate the support, and I hope you enjoy the smug sense of superiority that comes with. So Tungsten Rod seems like it's no longer the best relic, and is simply pretty good. Probably. Actually, I like the colored names with the new Twitch chat quite a bit. The actual chat font itself, they maybe just like change the size a little bit. It's a little hard for me to read on my screen now. I think I have a way to do that at the moment. You can change the font with better Twitch TV. I can in the browser. The problem is my Twitch chat is in OBS. And that I cannot install extensions on. So that I have to rely on OBS to implement that. Or I can do something... I could try to have like a popped out chat. That feels like it won't be very successful. Time to move to Mixer then. Might be. So what exactly is the fix with Rod? Good question. Should we test it? We'll have to boot up in... Yeah, let's do some quick testing with Tungsten Rod here. I'm gonna have to reboot with modded Spire, so that I can use console commands, but... BailerBot, what are you doing? What are you up to, BailerBot? Hello? So let's see here. Play with mods. Is it like take 0 and triggers? So previously how Tungsten Rod worked was that if you took 0 damage with the Tungsten Rod, then you would trigger any sort of effect that would trigger when you took damage. Okay, here we go. So here's our modded Spire. I'm going to jump into a random run here. We'll do this on Watcher. We'll do a custom mode run so it doesn't mess with my Meow bonus, hopefully. Time for a challenge. Okay, so let's add 1 Tungsten Rod, Centennial Puzzle, Runic Cube, Self-Forming Clay. What else am I supposed to test here? Ooh, Buffer, yeah. Fossilized Helix. Deck. And then we can just add the cards in combat pretty easily. Mod the Spire, yeah. Mod the Spire does some interesting things to the interface. Sometimes. Alright, so let's see what all this does. You literally just noticed that the dice on Calculated Gamble are wrong? Uh-oh. What? Oh no, they are! Wait, hold on. Yeah, they are. Well, at least this one is. Oh no, that's... I've never noticed that before. Not spatula compliant. So in a standard 6-sided dice, it feels like that might maybe that's supposed to be the point, that you're playing with cheating die here. But God, that's funny. Opposite sides on a 6-sided die are supposed to add up to 7, so 3 and 4 are supposed to be on opposite sides. This die is just wrong. Now, this one is theoretically maybe fine, but this one's wrong. This one's wrong. God, that's funny. Alright, so we're heading... What are we doing here? So we want a pain. What do you mean could not find... What? There we go, pain. We put a pain in our hand. And let's see if this triggers anything. Okay, so we do lose buffer. But nothing else goes off. No self-forming clay, no runic cube, no centennial puzzle. Rude? That is really rude. I liked you so much, Tungsten Rod. And it doesn't even work well with buffer. So rude. Yeah, rip self-damage ironclad, apparently. 2019 to 2019. Oh yeah, let's test, relic add. Hold on, that would be what? Potion 1. Essence of Steel. Use some plated armor. Although they're not gonna get through the block, right? So we want to take... Finesse. So we'll block 6, take 1, which will be negated to 0 with the rod here. Which did negate the plated armor. So this just is terrible now. It interacts the worst possible way with everything now. Because they fixed it, quote unquote. Rude. That said, Tungsten Rod still seems like it's good, because it saves you a lot of health. But that is brutal. What about Rupture and Pain? Almost assuredly not going to work the way we want it to, based on how everything else is working here. Yeah, not gaining strength or anything here. Let's see if Combust triggers the Rupture. Nope. That's just stopping every interaction from going off now. Oof. Well, that's an oof. What does the new wish do? I do not currently know, but we'll take a look at it in the card library in a second here. God, that's a brutal change to the Tungsten Rod. That is a brutal change. That's a brutal change. Should still work the way it worked previously with Tori, where you take 1 less damage than you would have otherwise. And yeah, well, they'll be... So the neat thing is that the devs use pretty thorough metrics-based analysis of all their stuff. So we'll be able to see if Tungsten Rod being changed is negatively impactful on it in a really significant way. The devs will have data to back this up, and they'll see that it needs some kind of adjustment. Given the way it works now, we could even see something like a numeric buff on it. They could make it like 2, and it would still be okay. But this is definitely a loss of fun times. I'm glad we got to use Tungsten Rod in the ways that we did before it was changed, because it is way less wacky now. Way less wacky now. Anyway, let us switch back to the main branch and jump into some runs here. Well, let's take a quick look at the new Wish card too. Does it still break buffer? Yes, it still breaks buffer, Phelee. we didn't look at every possible interaction, but the way that Tungsten Rod currently seems to work is that it won't trigger any positive effects, but will trigger negative effects. So you'll lose buffer, you'll lose plated armor if you took 0 damage with the Tungsten Rod, but you won't trigger self-forming clay, rupture, Centennial Puzzle, emotion chip, any of that stuff. Any of that stuff. Baffling. Definitely baffling. I wonder if this has partially to do with the bug. I actually reported the bug from our defect run a couple days ago, where we managed to trigger the emotion chip at the start of the next fight with the tungsten rod. Okay, so we have one unknown card. Omniscience is now the old Wish. Okay. So Wish... Okay, this is interesting. Wish, the card, is still in the game. It's right here. It's just called Omniscience now. I'm not sure why. And then... Wish... says, lose 25% of your current health, makes your dreams come true. Okay, so what this card does is you lose 25% of your health, and then it makes Tungsten Rod work the old way, I think, is what that says. So, we actually have the fix for Tungsten Rod right here. It's in this card. 25% of your current health to get +4 strength, +4 strength on Watcher? Oh man. +3 or 4 plated armor at end of turn. Or money. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm okay with the spoiler there. On that one. That's a really weird card. I am positive this will get changed. I am positive this will get changed. Make your wildest dream. That upgrade is so good. Now that's funny. Oh man. Yeah, just the description on this. And this is fine, right? The devs have when they added the version of Master Reality that got rolled back. The devs talked a little bit about how that happened, and like sometimes they throw something onto the beta branch just to try it out and see what happens. And that very much feels like what this card is. This is an experiment by the developers to see, like, to push the limits on what a card can be. And once they get they'll get feedback on it from players, they'll get data on it from players, and then they'll use that to refine the idea. This is a dart thrown at the board, you could call it. Really interesting idea. That might be impractical, but I'm curious to see what they do with this. Very curious to see what they do with this. I have a hard time imagining I'll take this card. 25% of your current health is so much to lose without, like, a meat on the bone or something. But, that is fun. That is really fun. Just take bites. Yeah, there's a couple ways to make it sustainable. A couple ways. No-brainer with apparitions. Ooh! Good point, Shmoo. If you are intangible, this should be just lose 1 hit point. Should be just 1 hit point. We have to reboot back in modded to test this. I didn't think I would need to test this, but we might have to boot up the modded one again. Nah. We'll jump into a run here in a moment. But we might be exploring this card on, if this card is still here on Sunday, we might be exploring it quite a bit. Okay, what are you doing, Mailerbot? What is happening over there? Hello? What's going, Bart? How's it going? All you have to do is wish for more wishes, right? The classic loophole. Just wish for more wishes. Easy peasy. Oh, right, of course. No, that is an old command. Let me see. I can fix that. Aha. Indeed. There we go. So I had a test command, but I forgot to put an exclamation point in it. So anytime somebody said the word test, Mailerbot would respond with that. Adam Sims. Yeah, the font is definitely throwing me for a bit of a loop with the new Twitch chat. I haven't actually, like, explored the rest of the site with the change. In fact, I think I've got the old Twitch open on my browser, and if I refresh it, it'll break or something. Wish's Dreams are actually a choice of 3 cards. Oh, didn't they, like, remove all the cards that made you choose from other cards? That's baffling. That's baffling. I'm sure that I'll get used to the site redesign, right? Like, it's the classic internet response. You know, they changed it, now it sucks, right? But I imagine give it a week or two and everybody will be used to it enough. And I'm sure there's going to be some good things that have come out of whatever changes they've chosen to make. So let's see. Last time we played, by the way, if you didn't see this run, I highly recommend watching this run. This might have been one of my favorite silent runs of all time. We had Jax, Bottled Terror, 2 Phantasmal Killer Plus, with Hovering Kite for energy generation. And did things like play Skewer for 500 damage to win fights. It was totally wild, and it was really powerful. Like, we took 15 damage against the heart, and most of that was from bursting Jax. Most of that was from bursting Jax. It was crazy. Crazy how strong this was. Of course, this means we're going to be starting out with a defect run today. Oh, it's ready to run back on the silent. I was like, am I on a 2-0? No, not quite, because this happened. Almost, though. Almost. It's like, you gotta pay a license to use a font? Really? The wild world of the internet. Don't suppose I got Pandora's Box and pressed escape twice? No! The Pandora's Box gave me one of the 2 copies of it. Pandora's Box gave us 5 rare cards. 1 Phantasmal Killer. I think it gave us the Burst. It gave me the After Image. It gave me an Envenom that I removed. It gave me a lot of wild and wacky stuff. Anyway, so let's ignore that run. We're going to be jumping on into a defect run here on Ascension 20. How does Horncleat look now? Your boy has been massacred, and I like the art because it made me realize that I know what a Horncleat is. I think a lot of us do. Where are you? Pendium. The Horncleat, also known as the boat thingy, that you tie a rope around or whatever to keep them from drifting away on the dock. Yeah, it's a boat thingy. It's a boat thingy. And we've got a naval theme, right? Anchor, boat thingy, captain's wheel. The trifecta. We've yet to see this relic. It looks very orb-like. The Golden Eye. Which does something unknown. We'll find it, perhaps, on our run today. Or perhaps not. Jump right on into it here with defects, shall we? Not even the bot knows what it does. It's a mystery to everyone. Greetings. Gold. It's a little bit long to carry a curse around for. Looks like I'm fighting an elite. Don't really have a choice in the matter, huh? That's kind of spooky. Although the back half of the act looks pretty good. We can get a lot of campfires. This is definitely like the nightmare scenario in Act 1 though, right? So what does Defect want to do? Do we take a curse for 250 gold or do we take a random boss relic? I think that, generally speaking,
Commander,
I'm picking a boss relic on Defect
received
if
the
I don't get something
support
really
of another
strong.
council member.
Davries1234, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the council. Enjoy your new emotes, the community, and your newfound smug sense of superiority. And thanks for supporting the stream. So many new subs this week. Really blown away by the generosity of everybody. Really blown away. I want a boss relic. I want to try this option more now that the boss relic pool is different. Got ourselves a nuclear battery. Start of each combat, channel 1 plasma instead of 1 lightning. Which will give us 1 energy every turn, 2 energy if we evoke it, 4 energy if we dual cast it. And will, in general, I think be pretty cool. I appreciate that, Devries. I really... the stream is currently at this fun place where I meet some people's definition of a small stream and some people's definition of a large stream. Which is a really fascinating one, I think. But glad to have your support, that's for sure. Beat the heck out of that bird. Or energy defect, I find, can usually get through early encounters without too much problem. I wonder if I'm meant to be dual casting. Look like it. Boop, bop, bip, bap. Boop, bop, bip, bap. Duplication potion. Next card's played twice. Is usually pretty alright. This is the run where we get the special upgrade for this alternate starting relic. At the end of your turn, if you have an empty orb slot, channel a plasma. I wish. Oh my gosh, I wish. Would that be a cool relic or what? Frost orbs, block, or eyeball stabbing. We're fighting a slime boss. I generally like picking up a leap early on defect. Oh, definitely check out the perceived quote-unquote size of a stream often has a lot to do with, at least for me, has a lot to do with how fast chat ends up moving, rather than anything to do with the actual viewer count. It's actually part of the reason that I try my best to make sure... Sneaky Teak calls this like a high signal chat, or a high signal to noise ratio chat, where the comments that are posted in chat are meaningful and important, and there's less repetitive jokes / memes and less bot spam, which can really accelerate the rate chat is flying by without having a huge impact on like what you get out of reading the chat, at least for me. Emote spam, yeah, emote spam has a lot to do with that too. I definitely encourage us to show off the waffles when we get subs. That is definitely a ritual I'm a fond one of, but... you know, when chat just fills up with emotes is a matter of course, right? It doesn't convey a lot of information. Let's take a leap, I think. I do like this chill. I'm gonna take the leap. Yeah, chat is immediately ruined, as it tickles me pink. What it do? Oop. Do I? I'm gonna dual cast this so that I can dual cast the lightning orb on a future turn. It's an interesting downside to the nuclear battery. It's hard to dual cast a lightning orb early on. Snap Streamline Steam Barrier. Hey, thank you, Tom. Appreciate the well wishes. Definitely want one of these three. Probably not the Steam Barrier. We got energy for days. Either an orb card or a big old damage card. The big old damage card's pretty affordable. Yeah, we should probably take a big old damage card for that elite. Would have rather had a Sunder, I think. Gonna hit this guy. As a general rule, this is true for most enemies. It's better to know their exact patterns, but as a general rule, if you have the ability to block an enemy that is currently attacking you in a multi-enemy fight, attack the one that isn't attacking you. Because the enemy that's not attacking you is going to be the one that's more likely to attack you on a future turn. So, for example, next turn it's more likely that this louse attacks me than it is that this louse attacks me. They might both attack, they might neither attack, but this one is more likely to. This one is more likely to. Power potion stuff. Ooh. Interesting. Really interesting. We're offered a rare card here on floor 3. Vision says, remove all your orbs, gain an energy and draw a card for each orb removed. You can upgrade this to evoke the orbs instead. Reinforced body is a really strong block when we have a plasma orb in front. What is worth removing dual cast over strike? It might be, especially if we end up leaning into a deck that just uses that plasma orb as energy generation all the time. And we can scale up with our energy instead of with our orbs. I thought I was going to TwitchCon. No, that's literally everybody else, Minnie. I have not the time, money, nor inclination to go to TwitchCon, at least not this year. Sneaky Teak's going to TwitchCon. I told him to say hi to some people for me. Jorbs is going to TwitchCon. A lot of other people I know are going to TwitchCon, but I'm not. Where even is TwitchCon? Isn't that like really far away from me? It's like on the West Coast or something, right? Yeah, California? That is so far away. I am very far away from California. What happens at TwitchCon stays at TwitchCon. I think. Let's take a reinforced body, maybe? I don't know if I'm even going to have enough damage. But I do have 2 good potions. I'm going to take the block card here with our huge amount of energy. Stinky Tiki is currently at TwitchCon. Well, I hope he's having a grand old time. Or at least a regular old time, if not a grand one. Really unimpressive turn. There we go. Such an easy fight, that 2 mushroom one, as long as you do a decent amount of damage. Ooh. Interesting. What if I take a second reinforced body here? Is that crazy? That might be crazy. Defragment doesn't help us that much right now. But it will if we, get more orbs. Or something. Don't I want lots of attacks for the Aquan Elites? Yes. You do, as a general rule, yes. You do. Want that. Probably. But yeah, the Cold Snap feels like it's the more correct pick. Blocks so well with a second reinforced. I'm gonna try this. We're gonna try something today. This might not be the right choice. In fact, I think it's not the right choice. Like, I know what kind of deck we can make with the Cold Snap here. I'm going to try to, like, reject orbs, I think, on this run. One of the big holes in my defect play is that I don't know how to make a winning deck if I'm not given orb cards. Usually. And I would like to expand on my knowledge, patch my weaknesses when it comes to Ascension 20 defect, so that I can maybe get something a little higher than a 20-something% win. Right. Orbs are not the whole world, that's true. Last time I tried to experiment, I got absolutely wrecked on Silent. Yes. I read a quote earlier today that perfectly summarized how I feel about that Silent run. Which was that, and this applies perfectly to Spire, correct decisions come from experience, and experience comes from bad decisions. So we make bad decisions, and we learn from them. And we get better at the game. If I win, I usually don't learn a whole lot. Not as much as I do when I lose. At least, if I'm losing to Gremlin Knob on, like, 7th floor, I didn't really learn that much, but I would say I tend to learn more from my losses than I do from my victories. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, that is how we play without orbs, I think. Hyper Beam. Deal 26 damage to all enemies, lose 3 focus. Slam pick that. Oh my, I like this deck a lot. I think I remove either Zap or Dual Cast now, right? I think that's where we're going from here. Holy crap. I could also take Beam Cell, which would be very good. Congratulations! Now you don't have to learn anything. So we don't need the Beam Cell yet. I think we're actually, like, thrashing elites currently. We can remove our card here. What do we want to upgrade? We want to upgrade Hyper Beam, we want to upgrade Streamline, we want to upgrade Beam Cell, and then maybe, like, the block cards from there. This is an interesting choice between the removal and the Beam Cell. Deck doesn't have any ways to scale currently. The cards I imagine adding from here, Magicut, if we want to scale this deck, quote-unquote, I'm thinking stuff like double energy, so that we can block more. Stuff like holograms, so that we can play our attacks more. Would I pick a second Plasma Orb? Yes, I would take another Plasma Orb. That's another way for us to scale up pretty well. Meteor Strike would be an excellent way to get it. Meteor Strike would be an excellent way to get it. I do think we're going to have another chance at getting a Beam Cell. Let's get rid of our Zap, I think. Now that we have a Hyper Beam. Now that we have a Hyper Beam... this was 26. Equals to more than 26. I'm debating if I'm going to have to use a potion or not. I don't think so. So I could just use the duplication potion and win the fight without taking any damage here. I choose not to do that. Let's see how this goes for me. Let's redraw the Hyper Beam immediately. Damn it. I regret my choices, I think. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. That helps a little bit. But only a little bit. Yeah, I should have double cast the Hyper Beam. That said, this will help us a lot against a Gremlin Knob as well. Peace Pipe. We can now remove cards from our deck at rest sites. It's pretty exciting. Do we want Overclock for card draw? We're not really interested in anything that channels orbs currently. I really like a hologram. Should have taken the bias cog. The downside is irrelevant. True story. A true story. I think I'm gonna skip these. Being able to toke cards is huge. We can toke, we're gonna want to upgrade a few things. Like Hyper Beam's gonna get upgraded, Streamline's probably gonna get upgraded, but we can start toking the strikes of the dual cast or something, which is pretty cool. Got bad news for you guys. Got really bad news for you guys. I have a Hyper Beam. Rip. River's okay. It's gonna draw us at least one card. We skip those two. It's probably going to be a relatively small deck. I think I'm going to skip this elite and we fight this one. Go upgrade, upgrade, elite, upgrade, shop. Remove, at the shop we'll remove, like, dual cast or buy something. What shop relic do I really want? I had one in mind earlier that I wanted a lot. Chemical X, that's right. I want a Chem X really badly. I would really like a Chem X, so we should maybe avoid shops until we have 150 gold. Gold-plated cables would be nice. That one's not a shop relic. Gold-plated cables are an uncommon, and those would be very good in this deck. I'm gonna go this way. Like 2 elites now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, Smiling Mask. Card removals are cheaper. This may be a little unnecessary with Peace Pipe. That saves us quite a bit of money at the store, though. Pick it up. As a general rule, I think the more removals you get, the more powerful the removals become. Poor Lego's gonna have no clue what hit him. Play giant block guards every turn. Easy game. Boom. Ceramic Fish. Whenever we add a card to our deck, gain 7 gold. Oh man, like all the cards I would add to this deck. Like I want all 3 of these. More card draw, excellent. More energy, excellent. Hologram, double excellent. Probably gotta be the hologram, right? Lets me pull back Hyper Beam, Streamline, or any of the important block cards. Letting us just play the valuable stuff more often. Take all 3 for 21 gold. Easy, right? Easy. Yeah, I think it's gotta be hologram at the moment. As unfortunate as it feels. Wow, the removals though. As unfortunate as it feels to what does that put you at? 21? Have to strike 4 times? We can do that. Not worth using the potion then. The final nub is Knob Bueno. Oh no. Recycle? Recycle's an interesting idea for an energy generating card here. We're unfortunately going to be just a little bit shy of affording Chemex if it's in the store. We're still going to take the 2 fire path. Like, we could take 3 removals here if we wanted to. Just, like, cut all the strikes out of the deck suddenly. That'd be insane. Does recycling an X give you 0? No, recycling an X gives you energy equal to your current energy. Burning Picky. So it functions like a double energy card, which is pretty sweet. Take cards for gold and then remove them. 7 gold profit. Amazing. Amazing. I want an upgraded recycle. I mean, we could just take it and upgrade it, right? I'm gonna skip these. Sure, that's wise. What I'm doing, though. Okay, so we just remove a card here. Don't want Cold Snap. Rebound's okay. Just gonna remove a strike. I mean, I'm not removing anything else, right? We're gonna upgrade hologram. Get that back. Hyper Beam. The boot will not make our lightning orbs hit for 5. No, the boot specifies unblocked attack damage, so it has to be damage dealt by an attack card specifically. Any source of indirect damage like caltrops, poison, lightning orbs, you name it. If it's not from an actual attack card, then the boot will not modify it, no matter what. No matter what. That's fun. I didn't do the math on that, but it was beautiful. So we can block for 30 and just take 8 damage here? That seems fine. Just casually blocked for 30 in an Act 1 fight. Sure, you can add 5 slimes to the deck, see if I care. See if I care. Pew pew pew. Fight, slime boss. Good fight. Electrodynamics, all for one, and a fission. None of these really do anything for this deck, truthfully. So skip? I think these are all terrible.
Raiding party!
Raiding party, how's it going, Pans, Tastic, and Raiders? Welcome on in. Saw that you were playing some The Surge 2. Hello, hello. You don't know who Pans is. He is a Aussie Spire / variety streamer who's been trying out the patented Baylor TM, Ladder TM, Spire TM challenge. And having a go at that. You're just in time for a completely normal defect deck where we've decided that orbs are stinky and we do not want them. So we're just killing everything with Hyper Beam and blocking with Reinforced Body. And I'm sure this will work against the heart, right? This will definitely just continue to work forever. I don't think we want any of these rare cards. This feels so weird. Right, like we could have had like 2 Cold Snaps and a Defragment and Electrodynamics right now. But we don't. Dex Potion feels really good in this deck. Oh man, Black Star? This deck can definitely dunk on Act 2 Elites very effectively. So we could take Black Star and say, Elites drop extra relics now for the rest of the run, and then we just fight as many of them as possible, and that's our way to scale? Question mark? I'd certainly use some good relics, because I don't have any currently. I have a whole bunch, but like we got Ceramic Fish in the boot. So the relics we're likely to find are going to be high value, because they can't be these ones. They can't be these ones. Go. Let's go. Not liking the color as much as you did when it first came out. I think that's fair. Hallway fights are rude. Like the downside of the color is a significant one. That it does not help you in some of the, on at least Ascension 20, some of the most dangerous fights in the game are hallway fights. And you really need to have a plan for them or they're gonna break you. We can fight 4 elites this act, by the way. I would like to do that. I would really like to do that. How do I feel about events? I'm okay about events. I'm not thrilled by them. Take 3 events, or do I take 4 bunch of fights? I want apparitions? Maybe? It's a pretty small deck, so the apparitions would be good? Necronomicon's a possibility, but it's so faint that I'm not sure we should gamble on it. Said I don't really want to take a whole bunch of hallway fights either. Hallway fights are stinky. To the shop! Got some money. I would like to use it. Also, don't hurt me, Avocado Man. Play 1 big attack and 1 big block card. Works every time. 2 damage to play that. No real reason to do that. I'll be patient. I'll be patient. I want another one? I mean, we would like a third attack card, right? We're kind of running out of them. Sure. It's not a chemical X at all. Oh, Omamori might actually be legit, right? I'm about to go into 3 events. Shard? Hold on. Shard? I mean, most of the defect cards are kind of terrible, right? Trip is also very good. Apply some vulnerable, and this could be AoE vulnerable. This is interesting. This is really interesting. You want so badly for sure to be the right pick, right, Huffington? Like, how good would a Shockwave be right now? If I buy a card from the shop, does Ceramic Fish give us 7 gold? Yes. Yes, it does. Trip card remove is fine. A lot of really good arguments being made, both for and against the Shard. A lot of really good arguments being made, both for and against the Shard. And I wanna, let's take the Trip. I really want some vulnerable in this deck. Do this. Let's do this. Lock potion, like 2. I'm about to fight a lot of elites, right? Yeah. Take a potion. Let's take a potion. Duplicate card in your deck. Oh my god. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Lasers.deck. Adding days to the draw pile could really hurt me here. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, so they don't get hit by that. Yep. Last card in the deck. Feeling pretty good about my choice right now. And we got the block potion back. Okay, that was flawless. Recursion would give me like 2 energy. This is an energy generating card. Do I want that? Uprooted Recursion is just gain 2 energy with no downside. That's interesting. That's something we can't really get in another card. This deck definitely wants more energy right now. This is the weirdest defect deck I've ever seen. Let's take it. Okay. Another hologram I will take. That's actually only 19 gold, because this fish will give me 7. Wait, did it? Actually paying attention to the total. I think it was. Blech. Good fight. Sundial! Every 3 times we shuffle our draw pile, gain 2 energy. Ginger prevents us from being weakened, which is pretty significant. And there's another upgraded hologram. So instead of upgrading the hologram I have, I can take this one and then toke the other one. I guess. What would the ideal card edition be right now? Other than, you know, something obvious like Seek. To this deck, what card would I add? Echo... Yeah, Echo Form would be good. Maybe an Equilibrium to let me retain cards. Meteor Strike would be excellent. Gotta be another standout. Would I take a genetic algorithm at this point? I think so. Yeah, I think I would. Like, if I was offered one right here, I probably would. The cutoff for a genetic algorithm, if it's upgraded, is actually, like, the start of Act 3, and if it's not upgraded, is, like, here. So we're almost there. Do I need a third hologram? With the recursion? Yes. Yes, I do. All strengths defends, or upgrade them. And upgrading 4 defends is pretty significant. But we're not using them that much? Maybe we just want to remove yet another strike. Because we're going to be toking, presumably, some of these as well. So I think this is actually removal? Question mark. Didn't save me that much health, but I figure we're gonna get another potion soon. Based on absolutely no real information. Jesus. That wasn't even close. Strike dummy. Cards containing strike deal 3 additional damage. No, my strike that I'm gonna remove. Oh, Blood Vial, heal 2 at the start of combat. There's the machine learning. This I'll take. Start of our turn, draw 1 additional card. This is pretty good. Go for the Eyes is also a good addition to give us a weakened source. But I think I want the extra card draw for the moment. Molten Egg. Any further attacks are going to be upgraded. How many attacks do I think I'm adding from here? Probably not that many, right? This feels like a pretty good opportunity for a key. Like, with 2 Hyper Beams and 2 Streamlines, what else do I need? Like, yeah, Meteor Strike will be upgraded? Phases of Invocation. Go for the Eyes or Beam Cell? True, I would take an upgraded Go for the Eyes, huh? Eh. We can get a better relic. Oof. The oofage. Whoops, that was the wrong one. But it's fine. I hit real hard. Have I tried out the new Wish yet? I have not. Oh, we would definitely like a Skim Plus. Draw 4 cards. It's another one of those, like, secretly good additions. Let's upgrade our Recursion so that we have more energy generation. This is one of the ways we can scale up from here, is to get more energy. Oh, triple slavers. You guys have no idea how boned you are. If I hologram reinforced, we can block for 12? Not as good as just killing this nerd. Do I want an energy relic now? Yes. Yes, the more energy relics, the more energy I have, the more card draw I can add. Bottled Tornado. Okay, so we can get essentially a free upgrade on the machine learning if we wish. Stone Calendar. At the end of turn 7, deal a bunch of damage to all enemies. We can add more energy with a fusion. This is one of the orb cards we've considered adding. Is another way to get more energy per turn. And I think if we're going to upgrade our machine learning by putting it into this bottle, we might as well, right? I would like machine learning to be upgraded. So let's take the fusion. Let's upgrade machine learning. Let's trade... I'm feeling liquid bronze for a relic. Sounds great. Potion belt. Cool, I traded my potion for potion slots. Yep. Dang it. Dang it, Book of Stabbing. Dang it, Book of Stabbing. Okay, now I am all-powerful. I think. Try and stop me. -4, huh? Be nice if I had a decent block card here. I don't have a kill. Not quite. I almost have a kill. We block this. Struggling a little bit here. Damn. Ow. Okay, that was a little bit tough. Hey, here's our gold-plated cables, even more energy. Our rightmost orb triggers its passive 1 extra time. So we have 5 energy starting on turn 1. And we don't need any of this. We have plenty of energy now. Let's just rest up before Collector. I think we'll be okay against Collector here. We're gonna hit so hard. Yeah. But Claw, though. But Claw, though. Yeah, we just, like... we hit real hard, and we block really well. Look at this. Sundial, too. I think somebody said they were worried about the Collector fight. I don't think that was necessary to worry about, because he's freaking dead. Holy crap. Second one? More card draw. Like, all we want to do is continue to scale this up by playing the same cards more. By getting more energy and drawing them more. And machine learning is great for that? For what it's worth, for what it's worth, Storm, I had no idea how we were going to match up against Collector. Yeah, let's take another machine learning here. And, like, we're almost ready for the art, it feels like, with this. Not sure what we need. Ooh, double potions. Double potions with a potion belt's pretty good. Sacred Bark, double the effectiveness of our potions is great. We could take Busted Crown. Honestly, we don't need a 5th energy because the gold-plated cables was our 5th energy. This is an energy relic in this deck. Guaranteed 1 energy every single turn, no matter what, is what this relic is. So we already got that. Could take Tiny House for some hit points, but I feel like doubling our potions is going to be massively impactful. Massively impactful. And then, like, all we need is 1 Dex potion. 2 Dex potions. And we're good against the heart, I think. Yeah, we definitely don't want Busted Crown. Honestly, I think we're okay with Busted Crown. Like, we're mostly there. The deck blocks, and it hits hard, and that's all it has to do. That's all it has to do. But take the tortilla chip. Awakened one, lol. Alright, so my pathing is gonna hit me against 2 elites only, unfortunately. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna hit 2 shops, that's, you guessed it, 2 more removals with our Smiling Mask. Probably remove, like, 2 defends at this point. How do I kill Giant Head? I think we'll actually be pretty good at that. Can block really well. No. I want to take this damage. I'm not going to take this damage. I don't have to. God. Rest in pieces. That'll take. That's not a Chemex either. 3rd machine learning. We should probably just buy a potion here, huh? Upgrading chip is not a bad idea either. That's for sure. Definitely remove a card. Probably 1 defend here. Secret weapon could let us fetch hyper beams, which is okay. There's data disk for 1 focus, or a calcum if we enter turn without block gain 6. Probably not so much. Whenever we break an enemy's block, apply 2 vulnerable with the hand drill. That's okay. That data disk actually useless, surprisingly. Let's take out a defend. Like, probably at least 1 of these potions. Feels like the skill potion is going to be the best one. We get 2 copies of a 0-cost skill. I don't know what that's going to do, but it's like block probably or something. And the main reason not to buy like all the potions is we do want to have enough money to do something significant at this store. And I think we'll be okay against the elites, quite frankly. Like, Reptomancer dies so hard to this deck. Take the skill pot, and that's it. Oh no, the writhing mass. Every time we deal attack damage to this nerd, it changes its attack intent. Not cool. Also debuffing me, which is not cool. It's now trying to curse me, which is definitely not cool. Better. Okay, you do that. Do that. Think about what you've done. I'm gonna take 1 here to get the other machine learning into play. Hologram recursion is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's probably actually should be illegal. Have fun there, Writhing Mass. It's fascinating. All this deck does is like block and attack. It just does it so well that everything gets demolished. Does the deck take a loop? It would think about it. I think a loop is an unfortunately slow way for this deck to generate energy. So I don't think it would be good enough. Man. We do want more energy, though. Case in point. Find Leap Hologram. Leap again. Not gonna block for enough, huh? Can't Hyper Beam, Hollow Hyper Beam.
Raiding party!
Slash is also raiding us. Hello, Slash. And Raiders, welcome on in. Slash has been doing... What are you streaming today? Dicey Dungeons. Awesome, dude. Taking a first look at Dicey Dungeons today. And has been previously been seen racing us in Slay the Spire. Or playing it on his channel. Also does Isaac speedruns from time to time, if that's your jam. Dicey is pretty dope. Dicey is very dope. So I got a couple options here. We can hologram our skim and just keep going, or we can like skill potion. Try to negate all the damage. But how much damage? Hologram, leap is 10 plus 18, 28. Okay, so we take almost nothing here. That's fine. I played much Isaac? No, I have not played any Binding of Isaac. I have watched a lot of Isaac, but I have played very little. Boot it on, nerd. If you're just coming in from Slash's stream, you're here for a completely ordinary and normal-looking Defect Ascension 20 run. We're doing, you know, the standard Defect deck of whatever this is. And it's working better than it has any right to. And we're just removing cards. It's great. It's great. So what are we... We continue to tote cards, or do we get upgrades? I think we should upgrade, like... Probably the reinforced bodies, if those are going to be our major block source. Then they should be upgraded. Alright, so we're asked how do we beat Giant Head. I guess it's time to find out. Machine learning upgrades to innate, that's right. Not too impactful. Especially given that we already have one in the deck. So we're at all times like hologramming recursion or something. Wait, where's Skim? There it is. We gotta get those streamlines played quickly. Every time we play a card against Giant Head, he takes 10% additional damage from cards for the rest of the turn. I'm gonna play in a kind of particular order here. Starting on this turn, he does giant attacks against us. That's why they call him Giant Head. Because his attacks are so giant. Keep him weak here. Keep generating energy with recursion here. Why are you still here? Asking the important questions. Oh, thank you, Sundial, because I definitely just needed more energy here. If I Hyper Beam, Hollow, Hyper Beam, Hollow, Hyper Beam, that's not gonna kill him, is it? That'd be 56 plus a bunch, but not quite enough of a bunch, I don't believe, so we're gonna go Leap, Hologram, Leap. Hyper Beam, Hologram, Hyper Beam, I'll take 5? Yeah, I'll take 5. 5 is fine. Five's okay. 9 times 4 is 36. Fine. Guaranteed to, yeah. Guaranteed lethal next turn. Not a problem this fight. Not a problem. Hey, good relics. Ink Bottle. Whenever we play 10 cards, draw a card. Perfect. Deck definitely wanted more card draw. Pantograph, sort of boss combats. Heal 25. We could take yet another hologram, which I'm considering. There is a limit on holograms here. Maybe we just upgrade our existing hologram instead of adding another one. But maybe if we add another upgraded hologram, we can avoid having to deal with that one. And then we upgrade Reinforced Body. With Ink Bottle, there's no such thing as too many holograms. We'll add one more. We'll add one more. I should really upgrade Fusion, so we can play that easier. Bag of Marbles. Start a combat, apply a 1 vulnerable to all our opponents. Not gonna take the red mask for that much money. You're asking me too much. Asking for too much. Okay, unfortunately, not the greatest turn 1 against Reptomancer. It's gonna hurt a bit. This is probably where the skill potion is useful. Although we're about to draw a card. Hold on. Let's see what that card is. Hologram. By hologram reinforced. We block for 28. Take very much at all. That's fine. Yeah, 4. 4 is easy. So sweet. Akamiko, our first attack each combat deals 9 extra damage. Mob Bank gives me 12 gold per floor, so I'm going to get 24 gold before I go to that shop. Swift Potion draws 6, and none of these do anything impactful. None of these do anything impactful. 9 times 4 is 36. You just gotta do damage here. Yeah, that'll work. 64 damage. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gotta learn to save up more money, it's true. It's true. Gain easy life. Got him. Okay, so we didn't kill Transient, but we did over 600 damage to it. Ancient Potion is going to be carried to the heart and will block vulnerable for us. That's going to be excellent. How about a Charged Battery Plus? Not that great, right? Our blocking is kind of under control at the moment. We really want a Dex Potion of some kind. Either a Speed Potion would be ideal for the Heart Pint, but we'll take a Dex Potion. And yeah, we have to be careful with this to not block to not block our Hyper Beam. Did you just see me sneak in a hologram before the ink bottle shuffled the deck to draw a card? Maybe? Wasn't intentional, Ryan. It was not intentional. That nib feels necessary, right? That feels like a pretty necessary pen nib. Every 10th attack we play is double damage. We could also take a Flex Potion instead of a Speed Pot. We just do all the damage in the world. 10 additional strength is huge. Cauldron. Cauldron, though. Cauldron's pretty strong. I can buy Cauldron and Pen Nib. If I want to. But then I'm getting less card removals. We'd like to remove 2 more cards, right? There's still some stinkers in here. Capacitor? Nah. We don't need that kind of scaling. I think 3 orb slots is plenty with what we're doing. Feels like we go Nib, card removal, Flex Potion. If I had more empty potion slots, I'd be much more interested in this Cauldron. Definitely need the Nib. Go like that. That's enough money to afford either a potion or removal at the next... Melter, that's kind of neat to have at the moment. I'll take it. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't draw Hyper Beam on turn 1. Just a little bit. Feels like I need to play the Machine Learnings, even though it does give Awakened 1 additional strength. I'm okay taking a little bit of damage here. We have a Pantograph, so we're gonna go back to full health for the next boss fight. What does a doubled Gambler's Brew do with the Sacred Bark? It's the same as the single Gambler's Brew. It doesn't get doubled in any way, shape, or form. So I'll take some damage here. We want to get our scaling up, which is just more cards. Our scaling is more cards. It's a fine way to scale, if you ask me. That wasn't maybe the best use of Akabiko. Call. Want to keep Awakened 1 nice and weakened here? A Weakened 1 is what they're going to call him. Oh, Sundial, though. Alright, we have achieved maximum scaling. So we just play this. We just play Hyper Beam over and over again, and we should win. Quite handily. Hilariously. Probably didn't do that right. supposed to hologram recursion there a couple times. We play so many cards at ink bottles, like another card per turn almost. Feels like. I'm just gonna toggle that up a bit here. Stone Calendar. It's the lowest focus I've ever had. We're getting there. We're well on our way to the lowest I've ever had. Well on our way. Really? Our draw, hello? Whoop. Well, good fight, Awakened one. Who's up next? Time Eater, alright. Bring it on, Time Eater. Bring it on. Take some damage here. Before we get our stuff in play. Hologram skim here. Let's see the machine learning. There's some fusions on top. That meter could hurt a bit. We let him. But only if we let him. 6 times 5 is 30, so I take 8 damage if I play this fusion. I think that's worth it. Calculated loss. That puts Time Eater below half health, so he won't attack me next turn. Cycle him around here. Keep the pendant. So 9 times 4. Gotta keep these slimed out of the deck. Our deck is so small, it's really vulnerable to statuses right now. I also want to make sure the pen nib's at a decent number for the next fight. Having pen nib charge for Spire elites is going to be, well, really difficult to do at this point. Basically impossible to do, in fact. We can do the best we can here. 1, 2... See how... oh wait, shit. Oh, I just fucked that up. That's fine. That was not fine. That was not fine at all. I totally screwed that up. With my order. I could... I would actually not kill him. Yeah, I would. I don't want to waste the flex potion, though, so we just block and take a bunch of damage. That's fine. And we're gonna rest in the next act. That's also fine. Yeah, this is fine. But definitely a slight order of operations misplay there. Here we go. Go for the eyes. Hologram. Go for the eyes. Hologram. Go for the eyes. Melter. Okay. 7's much better. 7's much better. 2 thump, 2 thump. And Ink Bottle on 6 is pretty good, too. Idea is to pen nib a Hyper Beam against the Spire elites pretty quickly. It does leave us needing to rest, though. Alright, Store, what do you got? Okay, I was gonna be upset if there was a Chemex here. None of these potions are particularly exciting, so we can just go for another removal, I think. Just go for another removal here. Take out Strike, probably, as our last card. Not having any permanent decks is going to make the heart fight really difficult. Another artifact potion to make the flex permanent? We already have one to do that. We don't need to. This one gives us 2 artifacts, so we can block both the vulnerable from the heart and the potion at the same time. Strike is potentially a way to get pen nib up, that's true. Actually, and given that we're going to have 10 strength, we're going to want that in the heart fight. So remove defend, not strike. Not the frail, that's true. Frail's going to hurt a little bit. So do we value blocking frail over both a removal and a skill potion? No, we don't. Because I can't afford the removal if I do this. We're going to go with the removal. Explosive Pot could be nice. And Spire elites. I could cycle out the Swift Potion. I could. I could. That's a true fact. A true fact. I don't like those potions, though. This is nice. It's so good, but double skill pots. 20 damage to all enemies. Take that. I'm a bit worried about these elites. Just a little bit, though. Let's see what our turn 1 looks like. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think I just take the full damage here. Get both Machine Learnings in play, play Melter and Streamline, have Pen Nib ready. We could also Swift Potion right now, if I wanted to, but I don't think I do. I'm okay taking 12. I'll draw a card as soon as I play the last one. Like, we could have a much better turn 1 here, right? We get, like, recursion. Do I just, like, want a sufficiently strong turn 1? Not get recursion. Damn it. Dang it. Maybe not what I wanted to do. Really wanted that recursion. I want to do that. I want to do that. Probably want to block? Yeah. So, pen-nibbed Hyper Beam is not enough. Damn it. Well, we can just hologram Reinforced Body, and this will be fine? Relatively fine. Turn around that way, but I can't realistically do it. Next turn... No, we just to kill next turn with Hyper Beam. Okay, so we're fine here. Actually, totally alright. Like a little bit here, but we have Pantograph. And this lines up so well. Oh, we got a second flex pot. Hilarious. Oh wait, that actually works! Amazing. Oh my god, we're gonna have 20 strength, everybody? Holy shit. That is so much strength. Happy Flower, every 3 turns gain an energy? Sure. +1 dex. Excellent. And a Core Surge? For another artifact. Or a Beam Cell. Although we don't need the Beam Cell, right? Although the Beam Cell would do how much damage? Actually, wait, Barrage? Barrage is gonna be so much damage. Yeah, it's gotta be Barrage, right? Like, we get 3 Plasma Orbs, and then this does 26 times 3. That's a lot of damage. We just have to play the Orb cards. Alright. Okay, we get the Orb cards, too. Perfect. Oh, I get all the Orbs out in turn 1! Fusion. Okay, we're gonna take some beta death damage here. But... we're... scaling up immediately. Perfect. We go... Fusion, channel a Plasma Orb. Hologram. Hold on, we gotta be careful with our potion order. Fusion again. Incursion. Machine Learning. Flex Potion. Flex Potion. Barrage. 52 damage for each channeled orb. We've stacked our 2 potions into a single debuff, so it's only going to use 1 artifact, so we get to block the vulnerable here as well. And we just take the frail. Incredible. So I'd really like to draw Go for the Eyes and Reinforced Body here. Close enough. We need to play this for 4. Oh god. Hologram? For Barrage, obviously. Go Trip. And a hologram for... Recursion? I gotta get Recursion here. Yeah, we'll take a little bit doing this. Oh, there's Go for the Eyes! Pog. That was so perfect. Thank you, Ink Bottle, for being my hero today. Yeah, this is gonna be a short hard fight. That's for sure. Times how much? Jesus Christ. That's so much damage. Like 2. Might have been able to do that a little bit better that turn. Oh my god. What the fuck? What? Excuse me, what? Deals 78 damage for each channel orb. Boop! Not even close. Not even close. There, we figured out how to win without orbs.
Commander,
It looks like
we
this.
just received the support
Jesus.
of another council
Psycho
member.
Buddhist! Thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the council. Enjoy your new emotes, the community, and your newfound smug sense of superiority. As I said, a very common defect deck. Yeah. Just like the totally normal defects. Completely normal defect. How'd we get that much strength? Potions. Potions and Sacred Bark. Did that. It was filthy. Very, very filthy. Man, I cannot believe this one. When I bought that Hyper Beam in the Act 1 shop, I was like, this is not gonna work. But then it did, and it worked so well. It worked so damn well. That is definitely one for the ages. We've been having some absolutely stellar Ascension 20 runs lately. Absolutely stellar. Holy crap. Now what has it been done? The Spire Hyper Beams. And so shall I. And so shall I. Wow. Wow, wowie wow. Anywho, before I jump into our next run, which is going to be with the Watcher here, on Ascension 9, we played Silent acting like a Watcher, then a Defect acting like Ironclad. Now we figure out how to get orbs on the Watcher, and play her like a Defect. Anyway, I'm going to take a short break before we jump into this run. When I return, we'll be climbing up the Spire with the Watcher, seeing if we can't get yet another Ascension unlocked. If we win this run, then we'll get the Ascender's Bane added to the Watcher starting deck. Amazing. Amazing. See you all in just a couple minutes. Thanks in advance for your patience. If you're new here, my name is Bela Lord, and I like to slay the Spire. So, if that's your jam, then you're in the right place. You should join our Discord, follow me on Twitter, check out the YouTube, which has full stream archives, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we have returned. Actually, before we jump into this Watcher run, I want to talk a little bit more about why that defect run works so well. Let's take a look at this. This is only a 22-card deck, which is one of the smallest decks I've ever beaten the Ascension 20 Heart with. And a lot of that did have to do with our incredible removal power. Smiling Mask was huge. How many shops did we hit? 1, 2, 3... Didn't buy removal there. 4, 5, like 6 removals at stores. At 50 gold apiece, like the amount of money that would have normally cost is astronomical. Like this removal would have been like 200 plus gold or something. But was instead 50. An early Smiling Mask can actually do quite a bit. It's really rare that this relic is actually this good, but it really shined here. It really shined here. But this run was able to do what it was able to do by scaling in an unusual direction. We generally think of scaling as things like playing Footwork or like Noxious Fumes or Catalyst for Silent, like playing cards that make your numbers bigger, or like Demon Form for Ironclad, gaining strength every turn. Scaling in this deck was done with Machine Learning, and Fusion, and Hologram. Instead of making our cards more powerful, like Hyper Beam, we just had really strong cards. Like Hyper Beam does 34 damage to all enemies. And we did that a lot. And the way that we scaled up this damage was by just playing it more times, for the most part. Although we did, we also, added Vulnerable, which is a way to help you scale pretty effectively in Trip here. This card was wonderful. But we just drew more cards, we played more cards, and we used hand manipulation effects, like Hologram, to control what cards we were playing. Yeah, Recursion was also massive. Like, I've never been able to use Recursion like this before. It was really, really interesting. Unconditional energy gain. Just gain 2 energy for 0. And we could keep hologramming that back as a net gain of 1 and 5 block. Wonder what would have happened had we taken that Prismatic Shard. It wouldn't have been as beautiful as this, I'm quite certain. But I too am curious. What was it, here or something? Where do we have the shard? No, here. Yeah, Trip, where we bought Trip. If we'd taken the Prismatic Shard instead, what the deck would have become looking like. These machine learnings were insane. Skim was pretty good, though. Really, really happy. Gold-plated Cables was also really important. Just an insane deck overall. I hope someday I get the privilege of recreating something like this. But it was a truly special deck, that's for sure. I can't believe the quality of the runs we've been having over the last few days. That Silent Jax run, the Pain Tungsten Rod Defect run, Rip Tungsten Rod, by the way. And now this. And now this. Let's do some Watcher, eh? You've not seen the Watcher before? She's the 4th official character added to Slay the Spire. She's a warrior monk style character who emphasizes switching between stances back and forth. I kind of want to try a common relic here. Her starting stances, or the cards in her starting deck, are 4 strikes, 4 defends. Eruption's a 2-cost attack that enters the Wrath stance. As long as we're in Wrath stance, we deal and receive double attack damage, which makes our starting strikes really powerful. They do 12 damage when doubled, which is massive for Act 1. And then Vigilance, which gains 8 block and enters Calm, which is a stance that A, allows you to leave Wrath, and B, when you leave Calm, you gain 2 energy. So there's an emphasis on switching back and forth between Wrath and Calm stance to either put out some offense, or when you need to block, you really can't be in Wrath stance, barring some shenanigans. Watcher can just like block while in Wrath stance sometimes, as a strategy. Got a sweet spot for the Watcher? I'd hope so, Minnie. You've been playing her so much. But I'd hope you must enjoy her. Go and throw as a hammer. It's like a common relic. 2 upgraded defense is fine by me. That's a pretty dang good start. You know, upgrade 1 card is typically a starting bonus, so getting twice that is excellent. Totally excellent. I'm thinking about fighting some elites here. I might have to avoid the burning elite, but I can go like this elite, fire, and then here. We could go in general a pretty upgrade heavy Act 1. Now, let's take advantage of the better events. Go some question marks early on. We're not on A15 yet. Watcher's starting relic is the Pure Water, which puts a miracle in her hand at the start of each combat, which retains and gives just 1 energy, so we can essentially gain 1 energy at our discretion whenever we need it. As you can see, enemies are terrifying if enemies are terrifying if you get caught in Rat Stance. That double attack damage is massive. So, a couple of bog standard cards for Watcher here. Crescendo's nice. It retains on its own, so it stays in her hand until discarded. A lot of Watcher cards have the retain keyword. I'm thinking Sleeves is the take here, yeah. Sleeves retains as well, dealing 4 damage twice. Just a nice little attack card, which is typically the sort of thing you're looking for at the start of a run. And Sleeves, more importantly, the big benefit of it retaining is that you can keep it in your hand until you have your Wrath ready, so that you can dish out damage at the time it's best. So this is often dealing 16 damage instead of just the regular 8. It also scales really well with Strength and has a pretty significant upgrade, right? This upgrades for, yeah, 2 times 2. So this is a plus 4 damage upgrade on a 1 energy attack, which is pretty good. I would put a significant priority on upgrading this. The scroll art is amazing. There's some pretty good meme references in the various arts. I've yet to figure out the use case for this card. I'll have to find it someday. Transform. Maybe we'll be... You know what? Upgraded Defends and the Eruption. I'm going to transform a Defend here. I think Watcher gets more use out of her strikes than other characters do. So let's try getting a different card of it instead of a Defend here. We got Rushdown. This recently got buffed. Whenever you enter Wrath, draw 2 cards and upgrades to 0 cost. Neat. That's pretty cool to have added for free. It's very cool to have added for free. My plate. Nah, I do. 12, 16, plus 9. Wait, what? 9 plus 12 is 21. Plus 16 is exactly 37. Do I generally prefer removes or transforms? Depends on where I am in the run, throws a hammer. The earlier in the run you are, the better a transform is, because the better it is to just have a, like, almost all cards in the game will improve the starting deck when added. And so transform is really valuable very early in the game. As you get closer and closer towards the end of a run, you're looking for more and more specific cards to add. And so removals tend to pull ahead, because adding a random card is not necessarily as impactful. Could take Third Eye as a block card here, now that we've removed 1 defend. Could add another attack in the form of Sash Whip. I think Sash Whip's alright. Deal 8 damage if your last played card was an attack. Apply a week. Upgrades to 2 turns a week. It's a lot better when upgraded, and I like the art quite a lot. Fasting gives us 2 artifact. I'm not sure when the right time to take fasting is yet. Yeah, Third Eye. I like the scry on that. Let's just look at the top several cards of the draw pile, and we can discard any if we so wish. Map. Just take whichever card's the prettiest. Fair enough. Hey, Talk to the Hand. Good devotion, though. Good cards here. I really like Talk to the Hand, partially because I'm a huge fan of the art of this card. Talk to the Hand applies a debuff to your opponent that says, whenever you attack this enemy, gain 2 block. It's a really interesting way to do block scaling, because you're relying on a debuff that you apply to an enemy. So several enemies remove them, several enemies block them. It's not so good in multi-enemy fights, because you can only, like, once you kill the enemy, it's over. But against big single targets, like Guardian, like Hexaghost, Talk to the Hand's a pretty good pickup in Act 1. It's the Devotion art reference. I think this is supposed to be the achievements screen for Slay the Spire. As I understand it. Oh, frames are doing a little bit of an iffy. We're not completely disconnected here. Just having a hard time. No? Frames? Oh, they're having a really hard time. Oh! Nope. It keeps looking like it's gonna disconnect and then it doesn't. Watching my bitrate spiral. And we're looking normal now. Okay. Seems to have been a temporary little jumperino there. Devotion gives us mantra every turn, which, once you acquire 10, you enter Divinity stance, during which you deal triple damage. And gain 3 energy immediately. I'm gonna take a Talk to the Hand here. This card is really cool early on. And it pairs pretty well with Flying Sleeves, because it hits twice, and so it gains block twice. Max? Oh, right, because we're... You know what? Maybe I can just take the damage here. Let's do that. It's really not that much damage for the Golden Idol below Ascension 15. Doesn't seem worth losing max health. Oh man, I can apply Talk to the Hand without waking up Lagavulin? Nice. So now every time I attack Lagavulin, every time I damage it with an attack card, fun times ensue. Rush down Vigilance. At the end of the 3rd turn, Lagavulin will wake up. That's a really good hand next turn. I can go Eruption, gain 2 energy. Miracle, Flying Sleeves. Vigilance at the end. And even Energy Potion, actually, to play everything. Oh, that'll just brutalize this opponent. And you're waking up anyway, so I might as well hit you now. Doesn't do much, but it does take off 4 hit points. Oh, we also draw 2 cards. Don't really want to. Oh well. Actually, not want to do that. So I definitely want to end the turn by playing Vigilance. I just defend Vigilance. Use our energy pot here. So I don't want to enter Eruption. I don't want to Wrath next turn. Let's actually discard all of that. Damn it. But I did not want to draw that. Oh, I could have Flying Sleeve to block too. Probably should have. Definitely should have. Okay, Eruption is 8 plus 12 plus 10. And I draw 2 cards. Well, 10. That still wouldn't be a kill, right? That would still not be a kill. Even if I drew Strike. Like Eruption, Strike, Flying Sleeves is 8 plus 20. 28 plus 12 is 40. Not 42. How am I liking Watcher so far? Watcher's pretty cool. I like Watcher quite a bit. She's still pretty punishing and pretty complex, but she feels really rewarding to pull off successfully. Let's see, is Eruption... That should be 26, right? Eruption would be 7 plus 8 plus 8 is not a kill. I have to draw all 3 strikes. Okay, so I have to draw Eruption next turn if I want to get a kill here. Damn it. Ugh. Should have discarded 1 and then drawn into an attack. That's frustrating. Fight has been bungled many times. Okay. We got ourselves a Thread Needle, start combat with 4 plated armor, and an Entropic Brew to fill all our empty orb slots with potions. And some heckin' good cards here. We're gonna grab a couple of upgrades before I fight like another elite or something. I'm not gonna fight the Burning Elite. I like Consecrates. Deal 0 cost to deal damage to all enemies. Pairs pretty well with our card draw when we enter Wrath Stance. Spirit Shield gain scale with Dex. I'm not actually sure. It's a good question. Consecrate. He's in a crate. Or Inner Peace gives us a way to enter Calm repeatedly. Or draw cards if we're already in Calm. It's pretty sweet. Let's take Consecrate here. I think Spirit Shield, the big problem, my problem with Spirit Shield Slash is that it doesn't count itself. It needs to count itself. Just give like 2 or 3 more block. When upgraded, and if you get like a few cards in hand, it's pretty good for 2 energy. Let's take the AoE. 2 random upgrades for 14? Sure. Then I get to rest. Talk to the Hand gets upgraded. Excellent. And so does Vigilance, so our blocking is much better now. I'm gonna rest after the chest, just in case there's a rest-related relic in it. We're gonna get Eruption upgraded, so it's cheaper. Runic Dodecahedron. If our hit points are full, gain energy at the start of the turn. I'm gonna take the Sapphire Key. I don't imagine we're gonna be at full health very often. Not in this run. Alright, do I actually want to fight this elite, or do I just want to upgrade all these cards? I'm tempted to just upgrade everything I have. Yeah, it is a rest-related relic. That's not wrong. I'd call you wrong. Per se. Flying Sleeves is more block than actually defending is. I split you. Go down to 36. Wait. Full block though. Well, that's fine then. Bye. Slimes in general, Watcher seems to be really good against because she can easily split them. Ooh, couple of decent options here. Couple of decent options here. Flurry of Blows is a zero-cost attack that comes back every time we change stances. Yeah, frames are definitely misbehaving. If it keeps up, I might change servers, but we'll see. They've been behaving. In general, the internet has been behaving really well this week. Oh, there it goes. Literally as I say that, it's like, nope, zero bit rate. 0 bit rate. And that goes back to normal. It's like, what is it doing? Oh yeah, Flurry Blows with Talk to the Hand. That's a really good point. We definitely want to be, we have an incentive because of this card to be spamming low-cost attacks over and over and over again. So we should incorporate that, I think. Weave can work similarly. Whenever you scry and would discard this card, add it to our hand instead. There's another way to do that. And we only have one source of scry, but it's not bad. We'll take the Flurry of Blows. I'm really tempted to just take 2 upgrades here. 2 vents and 2 upgrades, rather than fighting an elite. We would upgrade Consecrate, because it's damage to all enemies. We would upgrade Flying Sleeves, I think, because it deals damage twice. Do that. Let's try that. I will anger the shrooms. I will do this thing. I will do this thing. Get that rush down in play. I would probably like to... Oh, this will block for me. Actually block quite a bit here. 2 attack for 15, so that's actually fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. Now we're guaranteed to draw Wrath here. So we can kill you. That didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. Odd Mushroom. When we're vulnerable, take less additional damage. A couple of really good options here. Battle Hymn. Start of each turn, add a smite, or if upgraded, add 2 smites to your hand. Lets us actually, like, focus on blocking a lot more with the deck. Fear No Evil is an attack that lets us enter calm stance, which is really good too. And we want more stance switching to make the Flurry of Blows better. Okay, so it works like with most block cards, Jake, where you add the dex to the total that Spirit Shield gives you. That makes sense. That makes sense. Plug in my headset real quick here. I would really like another way to enter calm, and Fear No Evil is a really good way to do that. Let's take that. Upgrade. Arguably our best attack better. Pitch a card out of the deck. I think we can lose strikes now. We have a lot of attacks that we've added. We'll remove 1 strike here. Is that how it works with Reinforced Body? No. I'm trying to think of an attack that works similarly with Strength. Body Slam adds Strength to the total. What else does that? Yeah, they did make improvements to the Watcher's Campfire Portrait. I think her corpse got cleaned up too. Upgrade. That's what, +3? Yeah, we'll upgrade Consecrate here. Alright, Hexaghost. You're gonna be Hexa Toast. Pretty shortly. Pretty shortly. hand is top tier. Oh, beautiful. So we go, what? Vigilance, Eruption. Gives us our 2 energy back. I don't actually want to Fear No Evil, do I? Although no, I can't stay in Wrath Stance for next turn. That would be bad. Cannot do that. Really nice that I can just block by attacking here. Yeah, I'd like to enter Wrath next turn. Because we won't be being attacked. Perfect. Perfect. Probably have to leave Wrath, though. We are being attacked next turn, and it's for 8 times 2, which would be 16 times 2, if we choose to stay in Wrath stance. Did I have to unlock 820 legit for this character? I don't have to. I can do the same method that I did back when Ascension 20 originally came out and edit my preferences file to have Ascension 20 unlocked, but I decided I wanted to, because I've never actually had to learn a brand new character in Spire before. On the highest difficulty, Defect was introduced before Ascension 20 was a thing. And I figured it would be better to try climbing the Ascension and see what the experience was like for this one. So that we could all learn together, rather than just try starting on Ascension 20. There are others who are doing that. So there's whatever folks like to see. They have that option. Oh, I specifically flare blows for 4 damage. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, perfect. Hello, see no evil. Definitely want another Wrath card in this deck, that's for sure. Next turn is the big one. The big oof. I'm not sure if I want to draw these defends. I keep Flying Sleeves because it blocks for 6. So it's actually better than most other cards. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, that works. So full block it. Not too bad. Second copy of Rushdown. Oh man, we would so be taking Establishment if we would so be taking Establishment if we had taken the card that adds smites to our hand. Establishment plus, damn it, I don't remember the name of that power. Other options: Rushdown. When we enter Wrath, draw 2 cards, or a signature move can only be played if this is the only attack in your hand. Deal 30 or upgrade 40 damage. I think it has a little bit of an anti-combo with Fear No Evil. Establishment is still the best. Could be. We could take Establishment and then look to pick up more cards that say Retain on them, which would be nice. Yes, Stavri is Meditate, the one that pulls cards from the discard pile into your hand and then retains them. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna avoid the Establishment. I think we've learned how this one works. And I want to find, just like with the Defect run we just had, I want to find ways to win that I haven't found yet. So let's try. I'm gonna try the signature move here, and see how this goes down. Possibly poorly. Possibly. Our choices here are Sozu, which would make the... I could drink... Oh, I'm now allowed to drink the Entropic Brew before I take this. That'd be cool. We could take Ectoplasm with Golden Idol. So we gain energy, but we can no longer gain gold. Man. Or... Pandora's Box. Transform all our strengths into Fens. We have 2 upgraded defense. None of these are particularly amazing. How is the defect run unique? Great question, it's pancake time. The deck basically consisted of Reinforced Body, Hologram, and Hyper Beam. And it defeated the Ascension 20 Heart. Handily. Extremely handily. Ironclad defect, basically. It was so good. We never channeled an orb other than Plasma the entire run. Actually, that's not quite true. We channeled a Lightning Orb in, like, the first couple fights with our Zap, and then we removed Zap, and then we removed Dual Cast. That's another way it was unique. Our first 2 removals were Zap, Dual Cast. It was great. I'm gonna take the Sozu. I can drink the Entropic Brew. I'm gonna discard this. Wait, what?! Huh? Excuse me? Why did I only get 2 potions here? Hello? Spire, you owe me a potion. Spire, you owe me a potion. Ridiculous. I demand a refund. What happened? I drank the Entropic Brew and I only got 2 potions out of it instead of 3. I'm not sure why. It was either because I discarded... That was either because I discarded the attack potion first, or it was because I drank it outside of combat, and I'm not sure which. I'm not sure which. I get it for free? I want my money back. You heard me. Am I about to do this? Yes. Skill pot and a bottled miracle. Add 2 miracles to our hand. Not too bad. Signature move, not too bad. Tantrum says, deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Enter Wrath, shuffle this card into your draw pile. That's another way to Wrath. And Tantrum kind of draws itself, right? With Rushdown. We do want another way to enter Wrath. I'm not sure this is the way we wanted to do it, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. Or collect, put an upgraded miracle into your hand at the start of your next X turns. Give Tantrum a chance. Oh yeah, it comes with Talk to the Hand perfectly, actually. Yeah, that's a really good point. We would like a second copy of this at this point. Events are good because of Golden Idol, and because we're below Ascension, whatchamacallit. Talk to the Hands? Aw. Tranquility, Retain, and Calm is nice. Wallop is good. You'll deal some damage and gain block equal to how much we dealt. Bowling Bash could be nice to fight some Elites this act. Deal 7 damage for each enemy in combat. Conclude is damage to all enemies in end turn. Be a lot. Deceive Reality is a really good block card. Gain 4 block and add a safety to our hand. Which retains. Did Collect always add upgraded miracles? Yes. Although the very original version of Collect just gave you 2 energy, but it was always 2 energy in some form. Conclude is very awkward with signature move. That's a good point. Oh, the Wheel Kick! This card's ridiculous. Deal 15, draw 2. This is one of the new ones that has been added. And it is big and shiny. This got recently nerfed. The upgrade used to draw 3. More ways to change stances. Quality feels really good. Wallop is pretty good too, though. Kind of leaning towards Wallop currently. Try the Wallop. I've had really good work. I've had really good use out of Wallop. Oh, hell no, I'm not paying you guys 381 gold. So I do wish I'd taken the, bottled whatchamacallit. Do I rush down here? I think I do. Rush down Eruption and see what happens. I'm gonna try to kill Pointy on this turn. Perfect. Good. I've been grabbed. Who am I killing here? I can't get them both, right? I can't get them both, I don't think. No, not quite. It's not quite enough damage to kill both of them. So I have to... I'm only going to take 6 from Bear. That's fine. Most efficient way to deal damage here. Strike Flying Sleeves on Romeo. Wait! Got him! Forgot about Flurry of Blows there. Totally forgot about Flurry of Blows. Red Mask. Start of each combat, apply 1 weaken to all enemies. Ooh. Why are these all upgraded? I don't really care. This is amazing. So Worship is a really good mantra gating card. Play this twice when we enter Divinity stance. Tranquility is just awesome. 0 cost retain calm. Like that makes us very safe. We can enter Wrath a lot more reliably with that, which is good because we have Rushdown. Third Eye. A 9-block Scry 5. Leaning towards taking Tranquility here. Not sure it's correct, but it is what I'm leaning towards. Do it. Alright, I have 421 gold. What you got? Dolly's Mirror. Halt's pretty sweet too, right? We're going to be in Wrath Stance a lot. So a card that gives us massive amounts of block when we're in Wrath Stance. Did this get nerfed? No, right? This is still... It's got buffed. Yeah, 414 when upgraded. That's as ridiculous as I remember it being. I can duplicate Talk to the Hand if I want to. I said I wanted another one. We have the option to buy one for 150 gold here with Dolly's Mirror. Probably some consideration for Hand of Greed, just for being a really big attack card. Which Watcher tends to lack, right? This does 40 damage for in Wrath Stance. And it can earn us money. And I have enough money for Halt and Dolly's Mirror and Hand of Greed. That is what I would duplicate, right? I guess we have Signature Move to do what Hand of Greed is doing. Definitely want the second Talk to the Hands. Who's our boss? Champ. Okay, that's gonna be awkward. That's gonna be awkward. Champ's gonna be awkward. There's Frozen Egg when we had a Power to the Deck, upgrade it. It's alright. Let's double our Talk to the Hand. Can't Hand of Greed remove. Oh, I can Hand of Greed remove, but also not Halt. I do want that Halt. Do all of the Watcher cards have smarts now? Almost all of them. There's only a handful that don't. But there's still like 5 or 6 that are waiting on it. I think I'm gonna remove a strike rather than taking the halt. Events are still good, and I would like to fight some elites. Potion for a relic. Sure. Probably better. 7 max health. I'll take it. The higher max health is definitely feeling better, by the way. Really enjoying that so far. Okay, we're gonna be made weak, unfortunately. Not a whole lot I get to do about it. Get 'em, boys. We redrew the Oh, Tantrum redrew itself. That's kind of cool. That's really cool, actually. That's really cool. So I can Fear No Evil and Tantrum again, right? And draw 2 more cards. What is this? What is this? I like this. Let's discard that. Might have a kill with signature move, depending on what I draw here. But I also might not. That's fine. Verifying. So we go Talk to the Hand, Vigilance, Tantrum? That's risky. If I can land a signature move, I can probably kill him. I guess I do have the Bottled Miracle. $60, so I need to do another 11. Tantrum reshuffling and drawing itself could definitely lead to infinites. In some funny world, yeah, definitely. This might go really badly. Oh, we get to Flurry of Blows. Right. That's a thing. Okay, this will be fine then. Hand of Greed. Talk to the hand first. Then go Vigilance. Flurry of Blows. Tantrum. Flurry of Blows. Looks like I have to use the potion to get a kill. We have too many attacks in hand now. Although I've almost just blocked, right? Maybe I don't need to use our potion. $20 times 3, I'll take like 11. 11's fine. Okay, taking 11. There are 12? 12. 12 is also fine. To save our Bottled Miracle here. Oh, I should have waited for Hand of Greed there. Whoops. Incense Burner. Every 6 turns, we become intangible. Perseverance. Retain, gaining 7 block. When retained, increase the block by 3. That's not bad. Another chance at Bowling Bash before we maybe think about fighting even more elites. I would like to fight some more elites. Let's go with the Perseverance. It's upgraded. It's upgraded. Thieves. Yeah, Rushdown is now much better, right? This is what? Vigilance, Rushdown, Tantrum? That might go really poorly. They're weakened, though. I'm sure this will be fine. Yeah, this looks fine. Right? Looks fine. Yeah. Frames ripping? Frames look fine. No? They're probably not fine. They're probably not fine at all, huh? The frames were in fact not fine. Give me your money, thieves. I desire them. Second rushdown. We've been offered 3 rushdowns this game. That is a lot of rushdowns. It might be too early to take another one. Really interesting. Screw it. I'm doing it. Wrong cards currently. We definitely want to talk to the hand here. Maybe this is Tantrum, talk to the hand, strike? Seems iffy. The upgrade for rushdown is cost reduction, yep. Hold on to Perseverance and Miracle here. And then next turn we just kind of hope is going to go well. Oh god, wait! Oh, this is plus strength Book of Stabbing! I did not notice that. Oh dear god. That is terrifying. Did I just doom myself? I think I did. Did not realize it has a I did not notice it had plus strength because I was intangible on turn 1. Whoops. Well, that's a monkas. That's a big monkas. Unless I have a kill here. 18, 20, kajillion, hold on, 30, 60, no. I could block for a lot, though. We're not dead this turn. We're merely almost dead. Actually, that wasn't that bad. Singing Bowl. We can have skipped cards to gain health. Upgraded Carve Reality. Not too bad. Deal 6 damage, add an upgraded Smite to our hand. Just lucky scries a bunch of stuff. We take hit points. Nothing like hugely exciting there. Come on, good relic. Sure, yeah. That's even better. Fossilized Helix. Prevent the first time we would lose health each combat. That is way better. That good enough that I can upgrade Hand of Greed? Probably not, but I'm going to do it anyway. And fight another elite immediately. I'm crazy. What is this turn? What is this turn? think I want a signature move. Might rush down before I tantrum. I might not be able to. Might not be able to signature move if I. That's probably gonna be fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. Got myself a wallop. Wallop's pretty good. This, I think. Oh! If you overkill, you do not get the benefit. Neat. Good to know. Good to know. I was wondering about that. Wondering about that. Play this. Don't think I do. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. Oh, I can draw into Vigilance here. So I'll draw 4 cards. If I rush down and then Tantrum or Eruption. Probably rush down Eruption, not rush down Tantrum. Give me a better chance of drawing the stuff I want. Which is the Talk to the Hands or the Vigilance specifically. Should probably add an empty card. I don't disagree with you. Not disagree with you. Okay, we did get Vigilance. Good. We got Fear No Evil, too. I forgot about that card. I actually forgot about that card. So I can go Fear No Evil Tantrum. We have a really good time. So we want to talk to the hand first. Yeah. Gonna be a really good turn. So we apply Talk to the Hand. Play Fear No Evil here. Flurry of Blows. Tantrum. Play Talk to the Hand. Play Vigilance. Play Tantrum. So close to... Oh, wait, I do have a kill. Ha 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 ha! Got him. Wow, that was awesome. Rip Stance Potion, by the way. Bronze Scales. I'm super taking Halt, I think. I'm super taking Halt. So we can get more block when we're in Rat Stance. Especially with the ridiculous card draw that we have. Nirvana's nice, right? When we scry gain 4 block, but we don't actually have a lot of scry in this deck. So let's not worry about that. Let's just take the card that we almost bought earlier. And obviously upgrade it. Another upgrade. Wallop's pretty good. The rushdowns would be nice to get them into play easier. Halt is a really good upgrade, right? This goes from 12 block to 18 block. That is 6 additional block. In Wrath Stance at 0 energy. Gonna upgrade that. Crazy good. Okay, this one does not have plus strength. Good to know. Very good to know. Starting with both Talk to the Hands is really nice. This just looks like Eruption for No Evil. Sure would be nice to be in Wrath. Oh no, we can just buffer this. Just buffer this. Oops. I meant to click on Halt. Halt. I was legitimately trying to click on the Halt there. I just screwed it up. Nice. Preserved Insect makes our future elites way easier to kill. Judgment. If the enemy has 30 or less health, set their health to 0. Meditate. Put a card from your discard pile into your hand and retain it. Enter Calm, end your turn, or 2 artifacts. I'm kind of leaning towards 2 hit points here. I think that's where I lean towards. And then we want to, what, upgrade Rushdown or something? Or maybe Rest before Champ. Resting before Champ seems fine, too. Give me a Relic. Ooh, Cloak Clasp. At the end of our turn, gain 1 block for each card in our hand. Our block game is really good now with Red Needle and Cloak Clasp. Do I really think I can get an upgrade down? I'll try it. Deck does big numbers pretty effectively. So we're intangible next turn. Discard all that nonsense. Oh yeah, we have an Instance Burner. If we line that up for Champ's... If we line that up for Champ's Execute, we can just dunk him pretty easily. Seems like a good turn to enter Wrath Stance. Not sure about the Talk to the Hands. How we use those effectively here. If we need to, like, save them for phase 2 or something. I'll use one now. We'll think about the other one. Why not play them ASAP? Because they exhaust, and Champ will remove debuffs at half health. So we're either getting the Talk to the Hand benefit for the first half of the fight or for the second half of the fight, but not both. I'll take one now, though. Take one now. Oh, Perseverance is going to be really good in this fight, too. Just, like, retain this every turn. Good times will ensue. Okay, so we basically already beat Champ. Hilarious. I could play Signature Move right now if I go Tranquility. Well, no, Tranquility Tantrum will draw a lot more cards. Still, this is a good turn to do this, right? Yeah, let's do that anyway. Just go ballistic here. This turn he's removing the debuffs. Should have lined up the Instance Burner, probably. Would have been wise. I do get to enter Calm next turn, though, so we should be alright. I hope. Bunkas. Haha, that's a lot of damage. That, sir, is a lot of damage. You'll excuse me. I'm just gonna go hide now. Thanks. Oh, it's only 27 times 2. Well, that's totally manageable. Totally manageable. Here we go. Sorter. Dang it. I didn't draw Hanagreed. But I almost guaranteed that I will next turn. Yes! Cash money. Cash money. Thanks, champ. Appreciate it. So, old Wish is here. Omniscience. Wish got reworked, but the card Wish is still in the game. It's just called Omniscience now. Choose a card in our draw pile, play the chosen card twice, and exhaust it. We would want, like, Rock to the hand, sometimes. Yeah, the beta art no longer makes any sense. Because it's not... It doesn't scry anymore. So it's just a crying S. Deva form. At the start of your turn, gain an energy and increase this gain by 1. Could definitely use some extra energy in this deck to do some very silly things with the amount of cards we can draw off Rushdown. Right? Or Deus Ex Machina, when you draw this, add 2 miracles to your hand and exhaust this card. Which helps us block with Cloak Clasp a little bit. But I'm not leaning towards Deva form, of all things. I've not actually used the revised one under, like, a normal conditions. Yeah, we'll finally be able to play our signature move again? Yeah, that's enough reason. Try it out. Interesting. So our options here, Empty Cage. Upon pickup, remove 2 cards from our deck. Runic Pyramid. At the end of our turn, we no longer discard our hand. We'll make the Cloak Clasp quite a bit better. Lets us hold on to a wide variety of things for important turns. Means we can get guaranteed Hand of Greed value. I have not tried Pyramid on Watcher yet. Like, I simply have not tried it. And with Diva form, it seems pretty good. Or we could take Black Star to get extra relic off elites. This was my initial thinking, was that we should take the Black Star to get even more relics. We're pretty good at fighting elites. We have the Preserved Insect now, so it's reasonable we could fight 3 or 4 elites in the next act to get some more stuff. But the Pyramid might be really nice. And I have not tried Pyramid on Watcher. Halt seems like it's particularly good to add Retain to. It'll make signature move a lot harder to play. The new Watcher relic they added? No clue, we haven't seen it yet. Hopefully we'll encounter it on this run. I'm wondering if Perseverance will break. Runic Pyramid is explicitly not retained, and it might cause this card to stop increasing its block if we have Runic Pyramid. Because we're holding on to it with the Pyramid instead of retaining it. That would be really bad, if that's how that works. We'll see, I guess. We should science it at very least. Do that. Try the Pyramid. Flame Eater, huh? Alright, how many elites would we have gotten with Black Star? 3. Okay. Still probably gonna fight 3, right? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, yeah. Oh my, the pathing is so nice. Like, we could take 999. Well, no, we couldn't. Oh, I'm gonna get to get so much greed here. Wait. Hello? I guess I have to actually play the Perseverance. Actually, no, I can just halt. Well, I lose my buffer. Yeah. And I don't want to play this because it doesn't actually get a kill. Oh, I have the thingy. Damn it. I didn't need to do that. Cloak Clasp. Forgot about the Cloak Clasp. Forgot about the clip clasp. Frames are rip. Frames are rip. Rest in frames. In pieces. I want to play the Diva form. Oh, I guess I just can, right? Yeah, if I play Diva form defend, then we get all the block we need off the clip clasp, because that thing's ridiculous. Cool. Let's get the Rock to the Hands out of my hand. Now we're in a weird game of how do I redraw Hand of Greed reasonably. Back of the hand, block before Thorns? Yes. Answer to that is yes. Guess we discard the Dazed. I'm only gonna get one more Hand of Greed in this fight, I see. I'll tell you that already, so let's just kill this guy now. I'm not sure what's going on today, specifically. We've had a string of really good days the past couple weeks. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, that does go up. Good. There's Hand of Greed. Ching! Retain, enter Wrath. 0 cost. Yup. Just me having issues, Christian. Just me. That's a lot of gold. Heck yeah. Thanks, Golden Idol. You did your job well. Red Mask gives me even more gold. Okay, we have 948 gold suddenly. And you better believe I'm gonna fight these nerds. Because I'm crazy. I'm crazy. How do I want this to go? Attacking for I'll hold on to Eruption for the moment. I'll try to Wrath Stance it next turn. Ooh. Rude. I drew both of those burns? That is so rude. Dude, you can't do that. Well, that hurts. Oh, my buffer! Ow! I thought I had enough to block that. Ow. Damn it. Doodle. For each curse in our deck, gain a strength. We currently have none. Let's say it's not too bad. I think I'm just going to take 2 max, though. It's exhausts. But it does retain. I think with a crescendo we're okay. $1,020. Dead Branch? Bottled Magnetism? Ori is really good here. Ori is very good here. Oh, we can bottle our Deva form. Hey, that's pretty exciting. So Ori, we're gonna pick the Ori right now, and then we're gonna make more decisions. We get to choose and add 5 cards to the deck, and every one that we don't want is 2 max health. So at worst, this is 10 max health. At worst. And a lot of these are upgraded cards. Deceive Reality is really nice. I might take that. Don't currently have a vulnerable source. Rush Joints could be nice for that. Yeah, and it's cheaper than Pair. Pair would have been 100 more gold. So it's a heckin' good pair. I wonder how good this actually is. We haven't tried this. This seems like, of all the decks that would ever want this, we're that deck. Sure. Oh, I was supposed to take that to see reality. Whoops. That was in a different card pick. Alright, we got 8 max health and a wave of the hand. Bottle our Deva form. Let's remove a defend. So I want Dead Branch. Runic Pyramid. Into Deva form? Yes. Yes, I do. This will be 16 to all. Okay, so we go Rush down, Crescendo. Consecrate these nerds. With Deva form in play. $68? No problem. No problem. Get judged on. No problem. I'll get back into com with that. Not planning on blocking this, but I could now with Wallop. Yeah, Pearly Whirly. Actually, I can block this without even leaving Wrath. We're currently at... Yeah, that's gonna be enough block, right? Yep. Okay, I'll just block the 68 damage hit, apparently. Because that's where I'm at. Frickin' got him. Strike Dummy. Strikes deal 3 extra damage. That's fine. Does Watcher have any any cards that are called strike other than the actual strikes? Not sure if she does. Second Deva form? That feels unnecessary, right? For the bottled one? I don't think that's necessary. But what do I know? Oh, Windmill Strike. That's right. Windmill Strike. And formerly Step and Strike. But that's no longer a card. But good call with Windmill Strike. Very good call. What would fasting do? Just make me hungry. Right? Just make me hungry. I think this is stronger, I guess. We have Incense Burner lined up nicely to do nothing against Giant Head. Perfect. Deva form, make not ethereal. With a buffer, I think we're alright. Most of the time. Probably. Some of the time. Never. Being Rat Stance now. I got a third rush down, oh my god. That's silly. That's very silly. It's extremely silly. What is this gonna be? Rush down. Bolt. Fear no evil. Flurry of blows, flurry of blows. Tantrum. Draw so many cards. Got another Deva form in play? Sure. Why the hell not? Why the heck not? Let's do some stuff here. I want to find Hand of Greed, is what I'm trying to do right now. If you're wondering, what am I doing? The name of the game is Hand of Greed. There it is. Dang! Whenever you play an attack, gain 1 temporary dexterity. This is like, I think, my first time finding this relic. This is really, really powerful with orange pellets, or other ways to remove debuffs. It's like maybe a second crescendo, but I don't think we need it. There's no Ying equivalent. It's only Yang. As if the sun was extinguished forever, as if curtains fell before it. Zoroth. Yeah, now we have a reason to want Artifact, right? Blood Vial. 2 health? Sure, sure. Sure. Just a bad stone. I'm not sure that I would agree. I think this relic is very strong. One Orb Walker. I already dealt with your larger friend. Or whatever. I just... Blasphemy? Is it blasphemy right now? The Retain Inner Calm. Evaluate, gain 8 block, shuffle an upgraded Insight into your draw pile for even more card draw. Deck does want more card draw because of the Deva form. Yeah, your first thought was, wow, this is horrendously overpowered. All depends on your playstyle, right? Everyone's got things they lean towards or away from. Nobody's necessarily right or wrong. All comes down to style. All comes down to style. Try and evaluate. That helps. Plus it triggers Dead Branch to do funny things. By funny things, I mean good things. How much block do I gain if I just... I'm 1 short. If I just play Deva form. So I should play Deva form and Rush Down. Wait. That's not how being 1 short works at all. Now I'm much more than 1 short. Bad at video games. Well, I can pop off with Wrath here, but he intangible, so that's not gonna help me very much. Tuck the hand down. That's pretty good. this'll work. Yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. So every time we gain a point of dex, halt improves twice. This is normally 414, now it goes to 616. So dex scales halt twice, which is a really, really big deal. Show me Hand of Greed. Those aren't Hand of Greed. Those aren't Hand of Greed at all. Okay, so I can just kill him. But that doesn't give me any money, right? And I'm actually blocking the... I don't have 64 block, Jesus. I didn't even play hull. Damn. Tech does a lot of damage. Slash blocking. Ching! Happy Flower gives me even more energy. Protect's okay, Devotion's okay, Third Eye's fine. 2 hit points is good. 2 points is great. What, 4 times? Other rushdown free. The Yin Yang Relic, it is Yang! Whenever we play an attack, gain 1 temporary dexterity. So, 1 dex that you lose at the end of your turn. Which you can make permanent with artifact stacks. Or by removing it with orange pellets or something. A couple ways to get there. Ragnarok. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy 3 times. It's totally fine. Oh my god! Just Lucky got a new animation and I love it. What? Just chuck a coin at the dude? That should cost me a gold piece. Should cost me a gold piece. That was amazing. I like that so much. It's fine. Could just kill him. But as mentioned before, it doesn't make me any money if I kill him. Without Hand of Greed. Ooh, another Halt Plus? Yeah. Just gonna click on that. Just gonna go ahead and click on that. Make this a Scry 5. Alright, Time Eater could be a little bit of a problem for this deck. I'm not actually sure how this works. Feels like we're gonna use our buffer here. Just block our first hit, get our Deva form in play, and then kind of go wild. Gotta go wild. We scale it by... What? Never liked you? Hello? There's some assorted tale of misfortune between these two characters, apparently. That's pretty funny. That's pretty cool. Special time meter dialogue unlocked. What happened there? Time meter said never liked you, instead foolish foolish. Instead of instead of a company, which is his opening line normally. Very interesting. The lore. The lore. Can I block this at all? Not really. I think that dialogue's only for Watcher, yeah, and it definitely feels like a Disciple reference. Chrono wrote in custom dialogue between Disciple and Time Eater for that mod character. See, if we just end turn, we block for 12. Take 12. Doesn't feel very good. I have Defend. That helps. I can get more block if I play Flurry of Blows first. We'll also see what this makes. That helps. Only a little bit, but it definitely helps. I'm just gonna play the whole hand, I think. Or not the well, everything except Tantrum. I can't do that. Oh shit. No, I can't do that. Okay, we have to stop here then. Pick 4. So he's gonna attack for 30. Vigilance, third eye. Strike. Pay the dex first. Okay, we definitely want to get at least one Talk to the Hand in play quickly here. Let's discard that Rush Down too. For now. Time Eater's definitely rough for us. I think we're going to win anyway. Fortunately. And here's a really good opportunity to get some damage in. Yeah, let's hit him hard. We should be able to play a signature move this turn, probably. If I do this right. Yeah. Hands. Get wrecked, Time Eater. Although I didn't need him to not be attacking because we have Instant Burn lined up. Consistent frame drops. Yep, that's on me. Unfortunately. That is happening. I am not any happier about it than you all are. Believe you me. Perseverance here. $24 times 3. Okay. Well, that's a lot of damage. But don't worry. I can make a lot of block. I'll play all the cards from left to right. No. But I like where your head's at. Does Perseverance increase block with Pyramid? It does, yes. I just wanted to get rid of it. I didn't need a weakened block card. Not when I have Halt to gain 20 plus block or more. Up to 20 block or more. Like, we don't even need to leave Rat Stance here. Because we're actually already full blocking. I'd like to line up Instance Burner for the Spire elites, if I can. Which I may not be able to do. I should be able to. 1, 2, 4. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful series of cards to draw. 5, 6. Lisa, may I have some more frames? We want to kill him next turn, not this turn. So that means I do what, like Eruption? Wind Strike. Flying Slaves. Halt. Tranquility. And then next turn I can just kill him with Panic Root. And our Instance Burn is lined up. Perfect! Perfect! GG Time Eater, 2 thump, 2 thump. Is this the Ascension 10? The heart of this Spire. The source of the frames. I'm missing a lot of health. I should probably rest here. Where did I buy my frames? They fell off a truck, and I just kind of picked them off the side of the road. Oh, hey. Clockwork Souvenir, start combat with 1 artifact. This is actually just basically an oddly smooth stone, right? Although, yeah, it's basically just an oddly smooth stone. Oh, we're just at 0 kilobytes a second. Hello? Oh. I think I know what the cause of this problem might be. I have other people over at my place right now, and they might be doing something with the internet that's making it impossible to upload. But the bitrate is doing a weird thing. I can work around this in the future. Might mean Thursday nights get... I can probably avoid this by streaming earlier on Thursday. Because this will happen every Thursday. Yeah, I can probably prevent this from happening again. To know. And this is still one of the better things we can buy, right? We want a Pantograph, we want a Clockwork Souvenir. Do we get any value out of any of this other stuff? I don't think so. I don't think so. Are they friends of mine? Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask them to... My housemates have a once a week gathering. And I think they're like streaming... They're probably streaming a movie or something. And I imagine that's what's causing this problem. And I don't want to, like, I don't want to, like, ask them to move their once-a-week social night thing. I can just stream a little earlier on Thursdays, probably. Let's see, so I can do Clockwork Souvenir, Pantograph, card removal. Make a strikeout. Feels pretty good. No, wait, I can't. No! Well, that's fine. Realistically, the Souvenir is just 1 dexterity, because as soon as I play an attack, Yang will trigger the artifact. Yeah, the speed potions are good here. I wish I could buy them. I am not allowed to. I am unfortunately not allowed to. I'm okay just taking 12 here. I'm going like Deva form, talk to the hand. Yeah, so we negate the we negate what? They haven't fixed this yet? They really haven't fixed this yet? Hmm. So that's actually just stuck in my hand. We had Incense Burner lined up, so that's nice. Oh, that's funny. Empty Fist. Guess it seems like a decent time to enter Rat's Dance, huh? Do that twice this turn. Kill this nerd. As best I can. What am I drawing here? Give me... I got 4 of these. So we can already enter Calm. But I don't need that. Go... that. God, those numbers. Those are some big numbers. Don't care about the money anymore. I would hope. So this feels like it has to be... Wait, if I go Vigilance Eruption... I'm gonna draw more cards. Let's see how that goes for me. Might go very badly. I think that's still okay. This will be 78, so I go talk to the hands. Oh, damn it. Actually, that's good, though. Because now I can go Wheel Kick and Agreed. And we do get the money. Money! And blocking is not a problem. Oh, I was supposed to do that first. Oops. Got him. There's Sundial to do silly things with, and cards that I don't want, I'll take 2 health, and we'll have 101 hit points going into the heart. And this looks like a perfectly fine... I could gain 1 dex permanently by playing Talk to the Hand here. I think I'd rather just block the vulnerable here, right? But the first attack cycle's not so bad. Let's go defend Deva form. What does this new relic do? This last relic that we got, every 3 times we would shuffle or draw pile, we gain 2 energy. This will probably not actually do anything this fight, and therefore not do anything this run. So I'm gonna go just defend Deva form. Keep our buffer stack here. Every time we play a card, Heart will do 1 damage to us. And again, it would be nice to get Talk to the Hand down, but that does mean losing the artifact. And I don't think I want that. Sundial got nerfed? Nope. Sundial has always been every three times that you shuffle. pretty happy I didn't, So we go, what, defend? Talk to the hand. Dex. And block. Third eye's 8. I'd like to keep my buffer here if I can. We're currently blocking 17. Just do much better than that. I can Tantrum and then... Tantrum blocks for quite a bit. But that would become 4 times 15. If I had a way to leave Wrath, this would be really good. Oh, that helps. Screw it. I'm in. Did not help. I guess I should have third-eyed before I did that, huh? Probably. Probably. Yeah, we unfortunately do not get to buffer this hit. But I do get to weaken it with a wave of the hand, so we should be okay. It's the order of operations here. Probably Eruption first. To gain Talk to the Hand block. Ooh, I did not line up Incense Burner correctly for this fight. Completely forgot about it, to be fair. Or to be honest, rather. I'm gonna be honest with you, I totally forgot I had that. To Wrath at the start of your next turn. What a great turn to be intangible. Leave Wrath with Fear No Evil. Go Flurry of Blows. Tantrum. Let's pray first. I need that. Really like my second Talk to the Hand. Before the artifact goes off, especially. Very much like that. Looks like I don't have the ability to draw anymore. Wait, yes I do. On Talk to the Hand. I believe in you. Come on, Talk to the Hand. Come on. I need you to not do this to me right now. Fear No Evil doesn't intercom because it's not attacking, so this is just a damaging attack right now. I can't intercom with it. There we go. Okay, before the artifact gets down. Good. Start of your turn, Scry 3 is excellent. And this turn is fine. For next time, sure. Okay, I think we're doing pretty well here. I don't need you, do I? Not right now. So we definitely want to be playing attacks that gives me dex and does, you know, a ton of damage. Right now. Second Fear No Evil is pretty cool. So we want to go, what, Fear No Evil, then Crescendo? so much block. Don't want to enter Wrath this or the next turn yet. Just go into Calm stance for now. Now let's get this Eruption out of my hand too. Yeah, good turn. Good turn. What is this mid-Twitch layout and why should you hate it? It's not that bad, I don't think. Not too bad. Nice. Get coined on, nerd. Gonna play that now? Probably not. So I enter Wrath stance at the start of the turn. Times. So Flurry of Blows, Smite, Hand of Greed, Consecrate, Vigilance, Flurry of Blows, Tantrum, draw more cards. Remove artifacts. Strike, signature move for 80. Draw more cards. Mental Fortress. Just play one of those. Scry. Well, it's great. Perfect. Perfect. 98 damage, she says. No problem. No problem. I have so much energy that I no longer really care what you're doing. Quite frankly. I think I can block the 98, actually. I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm pretty sure I can. Okay, so how good is Yang? Well, Halt is currently blocking for 11 plus 21. Seems pretty good. Seems extremely good. Yeah, I just have 110 block here. Another card. Is it my stance? Why would I? Why would I? Smite! Dance leads. GG. Wow, 12 times 15. Got him. Got him! That was a really good run. What was really strong about this? Honestly, Rushdown? I really like this buff version. Draw 2 is quite powerful. Talk to the Hand was also massively good. And then Pyramid was pretty good too. But I like to the left of the Yang, that is the Strike dummy. Cards containing Strike deal 3 extra damage. Bottled Deva form had a lot to do with why that was good. Yeah. Plus Dead Branch to keep generating cards. Do I think it was a reasonable power unlike adaptation? Yes. Yeah, you can't really generate energy. Well, no, you can generate energy while triggering Rushdown, but not. It's way more complicated to set up. So it enables infinites, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Infinites are fine. It's just that the infinite can't be too easy, and I don't think Rushdown makes infinites particularly easy yet.
This council is pleased to see our continued support of this project has been worthwhile.
Thank you so much for those 3 months of Tier 1 support. Enjoy that shiny new blue defect energy badge and The heightened smug sense of superiority that comes with it. Well, that is going to be where I wrap things up for today. Frames are still not behaving, and it's late, so we'll call it a run here. But thank you everybody for joining me. Been a pleasure to have you. There's no stream tomorrow, as Fridays are my day off. But on Saturday, I'll be back with, I'm not sure what. Saturday, I'll talk about when we're doing our community game days. And I look forward to more adventures in the Spire. I imagine we might start a new ladder climb fairly soon. Depends on exactly how far away from being finished Watcher is. I think she's still a ways away. So it might be time to do another ladder climb. Yeah, she doesn't even have art, right, for the heart kill. Gonna be a week or two. Gonna be a week or two. Anywho, I hope you have an awesome night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'll see y'all next time. Ta-ta for now.